this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Ready? 70 ending. Check. Watch the before. Watch.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
On first down, it's Haskins. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Watch the pass.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go. Henry. I got you. Mike 54. Must have. All day, punt. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Haskins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A 45-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Check, 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 check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Deep grip, deep grip.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. We got it, we got it. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Jones on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
This is Geis, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's put that team on the punt.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's going to wind up and air that. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Seth DeValve, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A run by Barkley going to go backwards as he's going to lose right around 3 yards here. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On the set. Mike's 56. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 56 5.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
You got motion man right there.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Geis. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Haskins will throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They come out here in the eye. On the ground, Geis. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a run with Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Mike. 55. Right there. Let's go. We want this.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Turn to stop. Let's go. Check 9. Check 9. Go.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Check. Crunch. Shift. Check that.
They'll run with Geis. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Go.
36-yard line.
March 56.
Throwing on second down. Jones is going to loft into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and some room to run now. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Geis trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Switch. Go. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. That's it.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. The try. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Makes the score, Redskins 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Giants
Let's
get
go,
their
baby.
first
Let's
down
go.
and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones. Looking deep for Gabriel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Orbit. Check back.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Again, it's Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Mike 56, Mike 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Come on, QB, come on. Come on.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot, and Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Topper!
Jones now operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check.
It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll run for it. Geis. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, watch it. Sponge. Rock it. Hurry.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Fight.
On second down, here's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
56 is the mic. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Right up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They try again with Scarborough. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Watch the slant. Hey, exit. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down, and it is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty, and the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line, and the drive begins with a run by Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive a coach crazy.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Ready? Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, me and you all day. All day. Wait. I'm coming after you. Mike 27. Mike.
Now it's Haskins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Down. 18 Gator. Greystone travel. Watch the slant.
Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And Ingram hauls it in. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
64, weak.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. Watch me.
Haskins going to try to throw it. That's taken in by Callaway. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Redskins 38, Giants 12.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for Clyde. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. 3 Throwing Jones. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on this...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Kyler Fackrell, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.